They got a form for everything, except the part where you can't afford the form. They got a form for everything, except the part where you can't afford the form. Walked into the clinic with my dignity receipts. They said insurance first. I said I sleep in the street in sheets of newspaper philosophy and bodega theology. They handed me a pamphlet like a pamphlet is an apology. The system got a ladder, but they sawed off every rung. Then built a motivation poster where the ladder hung. I need a detox bed. They need a copay in the plan. I need a human being. They need a code that says I am. Medicaid's a maze designed by people who don't enter it. The caseworker's exhausted. I could feel her remembering that she became a caseworker to actually do the case. Now she's a form processor with a human being's face. So I left the clinic owing nothing being the key term. The treatment costs more than the disease. That's the math confirmed. American Invoice. Pay up or stay sick. The poverty's pre-existing. Check the fine print. They built the hole and sold me rope by the foot. Larry the Addict. That's what the paperwork took. That's what the paperwork took. That's what the paperwork. I lifted the bottle from the pharmacy on Tremont Ave. Not the drinking kinda interrupts the aftermath. Now tricks on behind the counter, $47 clean. I had 11 in the Metro card and everything between. So I became a statistic with the 5-finger discount. The security guard had the same eyes as my old mouse. Same corner, different uniform, same economics running. I ran because the system was already after me for something. They'll spend 300 booking me to save me from the 47. That's the budget logic. Punishment is cheaper than prevention. Handcuffed in the precinct, I did the arithmetic slow. It cost the city thousands just to stop me spending zero. The judge said, get some help. I said, Your Honor, name the place. He shuffled through his papers like the answer left no trace. American Invoice. Pay up or stay sick. The poverty's pre-existing. Check the fine print. They built the hole and sold me rope by the foot. Larry the Addict. That's what the paperwork took. That's what the paperwork took. That's what the paper. I know a man named Curtis who self-medicated smart. Kept a job at Pathmark while his liver fell apart because the waiting list for treatment was 11 months deployed and 11 months of waiting is 11 months destroyed. The bottle was the bridge between the sickness and the shift between the functional and broken was a $40 rift. I understand Curtis because Curtis understands the math. The system didn't fail us, it was architected for this path. Keep the addict chasing, keep the addict in the core. Keep the bed unavailable, keep the crime report. Keep the cycle cycling, keep the invoice unpaid. Keep the Larry in the system, that's the infrastructure laid. I got clean eventually, cost me 3 arrests and luck. The ones who didn't make it just ran out of one of those stuck. America's got 12 steps, 11 of them cost too much. Larry the Addict, still alive, still counting every buck. American Invoice. Pay up or stay sick. The poverty's pre-existing. Check the fine print. They built the hole, then sold me rope by the foot. Larry the Addict. That's what the paperwork took. The receipt says insufficient funds. The diagnosis says insufficient funds. The tombstone says insufficient funds.